I welcome you yet again to another video here on the Kenyan Daily Report. Lawyer and senior counsel Ahmednassir is among many professional legal minds that we have in this country that have for the longest time been supporting the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto. But now, it seems that the tones are changing. And what has led the tones to changes in regards to what lawyer senior counsel Ahmednassir refers to as President William Ruto protecting the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, CJ Mother Koome, together with all the judges of the Supreme Court who he believes have been corrupt at one point or another, and they are supposed to be kicked out so that we can have a productive justice system in the Republic of Kenya. Now, getting down to a statement that has of this evening been published by one senior counsel, Ahmednassir Abdullahi, he says this: President William Ruto can rightly be accused of many failures, shortcomings since he was sworn in as president in 2022. For example, resurgent cases of abduction, too many sunny promises and very little delivery, employing dimwits and failed politicians, recycling conmen, squeezing Kenyans with endless taxes, refusing to fight corruption, refusing to remove jurisprudence judges in the judiciary, needlessly protecting CJ Mother Koome, who he knows she is clueless and incompetent, bugling healthcare transition from NHIF to SHIF, failure to undertake a root and branch reform of government, forgiving His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta's $4 billionaires cabinet secretaries, all other thieves trying their dirty moves, etc. But some things you cannot accuse President William Ruto of. You can't accuse him of shortchanging the people of the Mount Kenya region, because for the longest time he says that the people of the Mount Kenya region have been in power. Now, I want to finish this statement, but Senior Counsel Ahmednassir Abdullahi tries to point out that although President William Ruto he is one of the most incompetent president that has ever graced this republic, even worse than Moi. But the Kikuyu should not be making any noise in regards to President William Ruto's bad governance. And I want to continue. Listen to him. You can't accuse him for shortchanging or betraying the people of Central Kenya, Mount Kenya. He kept his solemn promise to them. He gave them the lion's share of his government. He gave them all critical organs, offices of state. He bribed and spoiled them with goodies. He has been too sweet to them. So how do you explain the rage and rebellion sweeping the Kikuyu nation of Central Kenya like wild bushfire? First, they never really loved Ruto in the political sense of the word in the first place. Theirs was a political infatuation forced on them because of their historic animus dislike of Honorable Raila Odinga. I avoid aid out of diplomatic necessities. In less than 12 months, the relationship is in tatters, broken, dead despite Ruto's love and fidelity. They have every right not to love Ruto politically anyway, because real love is from the heart. Second, the Kikuyus, because of their heart. Second, the Kikuyus, because of their numbers, wealth, education, history of having 3 presidents and 6 vice presidents, have internalized a communal culture of entitlement that borders on royalty, that Kenya can only be peacefully run by them. That for people of Central Kenya, the office of deputy president and other offices don't exist in their political lexicon. Only that of the head of state matter to them. So whether it is Gachagua or Kindiki or someone else, these other offices are useless to the people of the mountain. 4. For historical reasons, the Kikuyu nation has a phobia of chaos, especially when they hold the levers of power. It's probably because it is only Kale's president they had known other than their sons. That irritation of fear is at play now, more than anything else. For you can't rationally explain their beef with President Ruto because Calais and 2 out of the 5 presidents we had since 1963. The Kikuyus see them as the only community that can checkmate them. 5. Kikuyu's politics, when they are not in power, is one of slash and burn, scorched earth policy that makes the country ungovernable, is their natural response to playing second fiddle. They don't force these. It comes natural because of their history, wealth, and power. So I am of the considered view that both the political leaders and ordinary people of Central Kenya need to cool their anger, tempers towards Ruto. You have everything for Allah's sake. This is your government. You hold every important office other than that of the president. If Kenyans wretched off the earth, i.e. the people of Mandera, Marsabit, Ola, Kwale, Namanga, Omabe, Bondo, Turkana, Siopot, etc. are attending to their daily chores without much manenos and with the reasonable dignity and decorum, despite the current and historic negligence of their towns and people. What reasons do the people of Central Kenya have to agitate? Madly every day and night Kenya have to agitate against President William Ruto and his government and destabilize the country in the process. Good people, please give Kenyan President Ruto a break. Now, one thing with this man, you can be the most learned in the room, but the most foolish at the end of the day. Masomo si akili. So tell me, how you say that the president has failed the country in so many different ways that you have mentioned, and at the end of the day, you say that because it's the Kikuyus or the people from the Central Kenya that are asking questions on why the country is being run in this way, why abductions are happening, why the taxes are rising, why the economy is collapsing. Because it's the Kikuyus now, we should leave the president to sink the country down to the hole and to the depths of the Red Sea, where the country can never be revived again. He started off his sentiments as a man with brains, but added the statement like a man who is using the word. I don't know what he was using to think. The toxin in his mouth while he was typing this, because huu msee ako jaba, ameshika veve yake pale Isili, akaenda kwake nyumbani ndio kutype upumbavu. I was really of the point that this man knew what he was typing until I read the head of the topic. But one Snoopy Kenya asks him, why I couldn't read all this verbal diarrhea. So you are saying Kenyans are okay to hate Ruto for failed promises, recycling corrupt politicians, heavy taxes, etc. But Kikuyu should not. That instead Kikuyu should be thankful. I guess Kikuyus are not suffering the SHA nonsense or the Adani shame or the heavy taxes, blah, blah, blah. I guess only the rest of the country is suffering of this. It's impossible, unfathomable for Kikuyus to hate Ruto for above glaring issues. Now Kikuyus will hate Ruto because he is a Kale. I guess they must have forgot when they voted him in. This tribal nonsense you keep quoting will soon bear fruits. Now that is somebody that is telling Ahmednassir Abdullahi, put that in your mouth and swallow it. Naona Mambo Mseto X wanasema hivi, NIS Director General Nurdin Haji must Know that one day you will be charged with abductions, terrorism, disappearance, and killings. Lawyer Donald Kipkorir. Now, the Kenyan Times says Kikuyus, because of their numbers, wealthy, have internalized a communal culture of entitlement that borders on royalty, and that Kenya can only be peaceful run by them. Unajua, tuliona wengi wakisema Gachagua anaeneza siasa za ukabila. But when you look around, everybody secludes themselves into their tribal cocoons when it comes to matters of speaking about the presidency. Juzi rais ameongea na Kikale huko. Nobody has gone ahead to file the motion to censor him. Wadau, ni hayo kwa sasa. Subscribe.